A common question that is on many people's minds, if not everybody, is what's going to be? This question is usually followed by a part 2. What's going to be with the schools? What's going to be with my business? What's going to be with the shul? What's going to be with my vacation? What's going to be with my summer plans? But pretty much we all start off the same way, asking what's going to be. A very valid question. However, if we look into today's parsha, we could gain some perspective. That is, in the beginning of today's parsha, it deals with, in Parshas Achrei, regarding the avodah of the Kohen Gadol and Yom Kippur. As we all know, Yom Kippur was the time when the Kohen Gadol went into the Parshas Achrei-Kedoshim. The pasuk says, in today's parsha, that the Kohen Gadol would put on special big day lavan, special white linen clothing when he entered the Parshas Achrei-Kedoshim. Later on in today's parsha it says that ufoshat as big day habod, that when he finished the avodah he would remove the clothing, v'inicham sham, and he would put it there. Rashi explains, and it's based on the Gemara, that it was gnuzim, it was hidden there, it was like sort of put into shemis, it was buried, not to be used again, even for next Yom Kippur, even for the same Kohen Gadol. This was a clothing that he used only one time. And this begs the question, what is the message here? That the clothing of the Kohen Gadol, that this clothing was used only for once, for one avodah. Additionally, we know that the Kohen Gadol went into the Parshas Achrei-Kedoshim twice, in the morning and in the afternoon. In the morning he actually went back and forth a couple of times, first to bring in the ketores, and then to sprinkle the dam of the par and the soid. And then later on he changed into the big day zahav, into his regular clothing, which he did very stiff in other avodas. And in the afternoon he put on again big day lavan and entered the Parshas Achrei-Kedoshim to remove the ketores that he put there early in the morning. Says the Gemara that this was two distinct set of clothings. It wasn't the same big day lavan that he wore in the morning that he wore in the afternoon. Once he took off the big day lavan, the white clothing in the morning, wasn't worn again. For the afternoon, when he put on the big day lavan again, it was a different set. Why? Again, what's the message? Not only that, interestingly, Mishnayis, Masechta Yuma, the Machlokes from Rabbi and Chachamim, how expensive these clothings were. It says it was pelusin shel lavan, it was special fine linen that was used to make this set of big day lavan for the Kohen Gadol. According to Chachamim, they were worth shmeina osir mana, 18 mana, which in today's currency is somewhere around $8,000. And for the afternoon clothing, which was a smaller aveda, it was cheaper. It was only 12 mana, which is roughly $4,500 in today's currency. This only strengthens the question, such expensive clothing for a one-time deal? What's the message? And the message is a very simple one. That every day, the avodah that's available for us is very special and worth to invest all our energy and money to achieve the mitzvah opportunity that we have that day. It says in Zohar, Kol yoma v'yoma oved avidite. Every day has its avodah. You may not have the same opportunities today that you had yesterday. Today, you have new opportunities. Indeed, even a mitzvah that you did yesterday, and you have the opportunity to do that mitzvah today, it's still a different opportunity. The tefillin opportunity that you have today to put on is not the same tefillin that you put on yesterday. Yesterday was its mitzvah, and today's a new mitzvah. You could have put on tefillin for many, many years, but it has nothing to do with the opportunity for the mitzvah that you have today. Whether it's the mitzvah of tefillin, whether it's the mitzvah of Avos Yisrael, whether it's the mitzvah of Limud Torah, and likewise, it has nothing to do with the mitzvah opportunities that you'll have tomorrow. You don't learn today because you're planning to make a siyum tomorrow, in a week, or in a month from now. You learn Torah today because today you have a mitzvah of limud Torah. If a mitzvah Hashem, you're going to continue to learn and you'll make a siyum, I'm on a masechta, that's gewaltig, that's unbelievable. Person should continue to grow in his limud Torah. But it's not it's not because of it tomorrow. Today you're doing mitzvahs because today you woke up in the morning and the Eibusha gave you your neshama and you said Moidani lefanecha and you opened your eyes and you looked around you and you saw what mitzvahs opportunities you have available for you to do today. And therefore you give it all you got today in order to do and utilize every moment to its fullest. There are many things in these days that are shut down. There are businesses that are unfortunately shut down. Travel plans are shut down. There's one thing that's clearly not shut down. Our opportunities of serving the Eibishter. May not be the same opportunities, the same way like yesterday or a month ago. But our obligation and opportunity of serving the Eibishter exists today like any other day. We look around and we see what's available and which way we could serve the Eibishter and which mitzvahs. As we said, Kol yoma v'yoma oved avidite, every day has its avodah. And that's the message from the clothing of the Kohen Gadol. That even if it was just a one-time deal, it was worth it. If this is an avodah, you give it all you have. Just like when we invest clothing for Big Day Shabbos. You only wear it once in 7 days. It's still important. You buy a kittel. Use it once. Or some use it 2-3 times a year. It's still worth it. It has a special avodah when you're using it. Just like when it comes to a chasana. Whether it's the kalah's gown or any other clothing that sometimes we buy and it's only being used for one time. It's still worth the money because that avodah for that time, it's worth it, and you give it all you have in order to be successful and beautify that mitzvah or that simcha for that moment. So back to our original question. So what's going to be? It's a valid question. What's going to be? We don't know. In fact, 3 months ago, you also didn't know what's going to be. We thought that we knew what's going to be, but we didn't know. The only difference between now and then is, then we thought we knew what's going to be, and today we don't know what's going to be. But in reality, we don't know. It's okay for a person to ask. A person makes a shtadlus al pi teva to plan for the future, and it's okay to ask. However, more important is a person has to know and plan what's going to be today, what his day today is going to look like, how he's going to behave today, what mitzvahs he has available today that he's going to invest in. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for a week from now. You'll see what's available then. But today, what opportunities of which mitzvahs do you have available for us today? That's where we have to give our energy into. And in Mitzvah Hashem, the Eibusher should give us the koyach to give every day, to be matzliach, to give all the koyachas that we have, to do a mitzvah 100%. And in Mitzvah Hashem, what's going to be? In Mitzvah Hashem, we're going to hear B'sudas Tevis. A guten Shabbos.